G'day, welcome back to another Hearthstone Rise of Shadows card review. Today I'll be reviewing the 12 new cards Blizzard showed off at their interesting live stream last night. Let's jump right in here. I'll start with the neutrals. First up we have Evil Cable Rat. Neutral minion, 2 mana 1/1 beast with Battlecry, add a lackey to your hand. So it's very similar to Novice Engineer, which is 2 mana 1/1 draw a card. When you consider a lackey's kind of like draw a card, or you could compare it with Improve Morale, which is deal 1 damage, add a lackey to your hand. If you consider the rat will probably deal 1 damage, it's about the same as that. So this might see play in a zoo type deck or a deck that needs lackeys, which we'll get into later. Probably just pack filler though is my feeling. Should be good in Arena since the lackeys represent a decent amount of value for the cost. So yeah, this should be a decent pick in Arena. It's like Jeweled Scarab, if you can remember that card. It was I think maybe a 2 mana 1/1 Discover 3 cost card. So it's about that power level in Arena, which was decent. Okay, on to the next card. I'll do the other common here. Traveling Healer, 4 mana 3/3 neutral minion. Has Divine Shield and Battlecry, restore 3 health. So you can directly compare this to Earthen Ring Farseer, except you add a mana and you give it Divine Shield and lose 1 HP. So is that really worth it? Probably not. I don't see this fitting anywhere in Constructed. If you wanted to play 3 mana 3/3 restore 3 health, you'd just play Earthen Ring Farseer. It's probably just pack filler as well. It's a decent pick in Arena, since Scarlet Crusader was a 3 mana 3/1 with Divine Shield, which was pretty highly rated. So I imagine a 4 mana 3/2 Divine Shield restore 3 is decent in Arena. Next we have the Mage common card, Messenger Raven, 3 mana 3/2 beast. Battlecry, discover a mage minion. So it has basically the same stat line as Madame Lazul. Its effect is kind of similar, but not the same. You're just discovering a mage minion compared to one of their cards in their hand. Looking at the pool of mage minions that are currently available, Mage actually has a lot of good minions with a lot of different uses depending on your situation. So this card seems very flexible to me. Having said that though, I can't really envision a deck, a mage minion deck that runs this. I'd imagine if you want to play a card in Mage, you just play the minion you want. Why are we playing a Messenger Raven? Why are we complicating things? So I don't see this. I don't see a deck that plays this. It should be good in Arena since it has a decent stat line and the card advantage is important in Arena, getting 1 extra card over your opponent. And it's flexible so you can get something you need for the situation. Next we have Mage Epic Spell, Power of Creation, 8 mana. Discover a 6-cost minion, summon 2 copies of it. I'll go through all the bad summons and then all the good summons. The bad summons include Meteorologist and Arcanosaur, which are 3/3s. And since they're mage cards, they have a higher chance of being discovered, because that's how discovery works. There's also Arcane Dynamo, which is a 6 mana 3/4, which would be pretty bad to discover. The good summons include Damage Stegatron, which is just huge stats with Taunt. Argent Commander, Divine Shield and Charge, really good. Cairn, double Cairn. You're summoning 4 Yetis. Oh my goodness, potentially. Sunwalker, possibly Boulder Fist Ogre if you just need like a big body. And Reckless Rocketeer if you need 10 burst damage. Everything else seems like okay to situational in terms of stat and effect. Should be really good in Arena since 8 mana, lots of stats, has historically been really good. Like getting a Boulder Fist Ogre will get you 12, 13 worth of stats. That's really good. Probably won't see playing Constructed because I think summoning lots of stats on 8 is too slow. I think that's not unfair enough for Constructed. Unless you combo it with the next card, Khadgar. So Khadgar is a legendary mage minion. Your cards that summon minions summon twice as many and it's a 2 mana 2/2. But might see play with this. Just a side note, there are now 2 mage heroes that can summon themselves. You've got Medivh and you've got Khadgar now. Also, the mighty Khadgar is a 2/2, so Shitty Wizard confirmed. Let me know in the comment section below if you understood that reference. So The synergies include Power of Creation, which we just looked at. Vex Crow, might be cool. Astromancer, Unexpected Results, Mirror Entity, Mirror Image, Splitting Image. But probably the best card to combo this with is Jan'alai, the Dragonhawk, which will summon 2 Ragnaroses if you combo it with this on turn 9. Now I can see like a Jan'alai khadgar deck happening with like the cards that buff your hero power, like the Fire Eater and the Totem. So I could see that deck happening. The other ones, maybe. I don't think this will see play with all the other cards like Power of Creation. Power of Creation, maybe, I'm on the fence on. Vex Crow, Unexpected Results, Mirror Entity, Astromancer. I don't see those cards seeing play with Khadgar though. I think it's too like inconsistent and RNG reliant and memey to make that deck. I don't see that being a deck. It's probably pretty meh in Arena since a 2-mana 2/2 isn't spectacular. You at least want a 2-mana 2/3. And you probably won't be able to draft the cards that combo with it. So, If you can draft lots of cards with it, then maybe. But yeah, doesn't seem very consistent and not a great body. So, in Arena. Now we'll move on to Rogue. I'll start with hench-clan burglar, common rogue minion, 4-mana 4/3 pirate. Battlecry, discover a spell from another class. So it's similar to Blink Fox, but for the 1 extra mana you're getting +1 attack, and you're getting the ability to discover the card instead of just getting a random one from the opponent's class. Discovering a spell should probably be considered better than just getting a random one from the opponent's class, since you've got 3 options to pick from, and you can pick the one that best suits your situation. Don't really think it fits into a pirate deck. Like, you don't want this to be pulled off your Captain Hook Tusk. Don't see it being played in a pirate deck, really. Can only see it really being played in some type of value rogue, but I don't know if that's going to be a deck, and if this makes the cut, if it does. I don't see it being a tier 1 deck though, maybe a tier 2 or 3 at best. So it's a bit questionable its constructed playability. The same as the Messenger Raven, it should be good in Arena, since decent stats and getting the card advantage is good. And generally you can pick a card that's good for your situation, so this should be really good in. Next we have Unidentified Contract. Rogue epic spell, 6 mana, destroy a minion, gain a bonus effect in your hand. So when you draw it, it'll turn into one of these cards. So let's go through all them all. Assassin's Contract, destroy a minion, summon a 1/1 patient assassin. Turncoat Contract, destroy a minion, it deals its damage to adjacent minions. Recruitment Contract, destroy a minion, add a copy of it to your hand. And Lucrative Contract, destroy a minion, add 2 coins to your hand. So basically, this is like Assassinate plus a 2-mana card. So Assassin's Contract makes Assassinate and Patient Assassin. Turncoat, Assassinate and Betrayal. Recruitment does that and Seance. And Lucrative is literally giving you 2 mana. The 2 coins are worth 2 mana. Looking at the best and worst case scenario for each card, Assassin's Contract best case will kill 2 minions. Worst case, the Patient Assassin, you destroy a minion and the Patient Assassin gets killed with AoE. Turncoat Contract, potentially best case kills 3 minions. Worst case, you just kill 1, so it's just overcosted Assassinate again. So it's pretty bad as well, worst case. Recruitment, best case, you're destroying a minion and getting a really big value minion or a big minion with a good battle cry. So worst case, you'll just destroy a minion that's small, so it's a overcosted Assassinate, but you at least still get a minion, so it's probably fairly good compared to the other 2. And Lucrative Contract. Best case, you could destroy a big minion and use the 2 coins to ramp into something of your own, or use the 2 coins to cycle through your deck with Auctioneer, which is pretty good. And worst case, you destroy a minion and you're already on 10 mana crystals, so the coins aren't really helping. So I'd say Recruitment Contract and Lucrative Contract are probably the best, then probably Turncoat, then Assassins. They're all fairly decent and seem very flexible. I think for unidentified cards, 3 of the 4 options need to at least be useful. In the case of Paladins, unidentified more, 3 of the 4 options were useful, so it's all play. My feeling is that 6 mana is too slow for Rogue to play a card like this. Destroy a minion plus get a bonus effect. But perhaps with Prep this sees play. This should be really good in Arena because historically hard removal like this is considered premium. and you're getting 2 effects, so yeah, I see this being very good in Arena. And finally for Rogue, we have Heist Baron Togwaggle, legendary Rogue minion. 6 mana, 5/5, battlecry. If you control a lackey, choose a fantastic creature. So, this is the Lackey Matters deck that I was talking about earlier. He seems to have really good stats to mana ratio. Not perfect, but still really good. And a great effect. Now, what are the treasures? The fantastic treasures are these 4 cards. The Marin the Fox treasure chest treasures. So we have 3 mana, 6/6, Golden Kobold, Taunt. Place your hand with legendary minions. Like, very solid taunt body, plus it gives you a great effect if you need to change your hand into big threats for late game, say. Tolan's Goblet, 3 mana, draw a card, fill your hand with copies of it. Pretty good value, especially if you gang up, you Myra's your deck, you gang up something, or you Togwaggle scheme something, and then draw 10 copies of it, potentially. That could be good. Same sort of thing with Wondrous Wand, 3 mana, draw 3 cards, reduce the cost to 0. Might create some crazy-ass combo. And 3 mana, Zarog's Crown. Discover a legendary minion, summon 2 copies of it. So potentially you could play the Lackey, play Togwaggle on 7, and then prep the Crown for 2 legendary minions. Hey, that's pretty good, right? On turn 7. Is this going to work in Constructed? That remains to be seen, I think. Now, all the treasures cost 3, so you can play, without prep, you can play Lackey, Togwaggle, treasure on turn 10. You can always do that. That's always an option. So Togwaggle has good synergy with Shadow Step and other bouncers like the Brewmasters and the Rogue Spirit card. It doubles battle cries. You can get double treasures. Hey, there's some combos. The treasures seem quite strong and very flexible though. The ultimate combo with this card is you prep Myra's Unstable Element for 2 mana. You play the Lackey for 1. Then you play this for 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. You're on 9. Choose the wand. You Togwaggle scheme Togwaggle. Shuffling 3 more Togwaggles back in the deck for 10. And then you prep the wand for 0. Drawing the 3 Togwaggles. You play the Togwaggles for 0. You get 3 more treasures. And you get 3 more 5/5s. So that's a pretty crazy combo for turn 10. Now you can go even crazier if you Myra's the turn before, say. And then you can play the 2 wands, and then just keep going with the Togwaggles. Then you just waggling on with that combo. Seems like it'll be used in that type of deck though. You'll build around it and you create some type of crazy value or combo deck with it. Not great in Arena since you aren't guaranteed lackeys. If you do get this and a lot of lackeys, you'll be very happy. And I mean, even if you don't get lackeys, it's still a 6 mana 5/5, so it's not terrible. It's just not amazing. So. Yeah, not bad in Arena, but not fantastic. Okay, on to Warrior. We have Rare Minion, Clockwork Goblin, 3 mana 3/3 mech. Battlecry, shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck. When it's drawn, explode for 5 damage. So we've seen this card before in Sephorian Bomber, which did the same effect but was on a 5/5 body. It didn't really see play, so I don't really see this seeing play. Best case is going to be a 3 mana 3/3 deal 5 to the enemy hero. Which, best case, that's fairly good, right? I imagine that would see play if it was its Battlecry. Deal 5 damage to the enemy hero. But worst case, it's just a 3 mana 3/3, so that's not very good. Notably, you can combo it with a card like Augmented Elic, which will shuffle 2 bombs into their deck. But even with that, I don't see that seeing play. I think it will only see play if they print a strong card that will somehow synergize with the bombs. Wink, wink, we'll get to that later. It should be fine in Arena, just not amazing, since 3 mana 3/3's never really made waves in Arena. Okay, next we have Wrenchcalibur. Warrior Epic Weapon, 4 mana 3/2. After your hero attacks, shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck. So cost 1 more than Fiery War Axe for potentially 10 damage to the enemy hero. So in the best case, it's a 4 mana deal 16 damage to the enemy hero. That seems like a great deal, right? 16 damage for 4. Problem is it's spread out over several turns. So it's not, technically will never be 4 mana, 16 damage. Worst case, it's just an overcosted Fiery War Axe. Now I'm of the opinion Fiery War Axe should still cost 2, so overcosted by 2. So like the Goblin Bomb, it can be comboed with Augmented Elic, but this can also be comboed with Upgrade. If you play the Upgrade, now you've got a 4/3, you're shuffling 3 bombs, and dealing 1 extra damage each attack. So it scales up quite a bit, and if you upgrade this twice, you're scaling up even more. I think you can even do 40 damage with 2 upgrades with this, technically. Like the Clockwork Goblin, I don't see it seeing play unless they somehow make a card that synergizes with the bombs. Wink wink, we'll get to that. This is not great but not terrible in Arena, since it'll probably just be an overcosted Fiery War Axe most of the time. Now Fiery War Axe is a pretty good card. I think it's rated about 75, 80 by most people. The Fiery War Axe is pretty strong, so 1 mana extra Fiery War Axe should still be fine, just not amazing. Now, the payoff card for playing all those bomb cards which I just talked about. Blastmaster Boom, legendary warrior minion, 7 mana, 7/7. Battlecry summon 2 1/1 boom bots for each bomb in your opponent's deck. This seems pretty bad. It dies to BGH and Trogzor is much better. Lol, joke. I would never make such a silly mistake in underrating Dr. Boom. This seems utterly insane. It gives you the original Dr. Boom's Boombot effect, so they're the same Boombots as he used to summon in GVG, which was absolutely busted, if you remember. But this isn't capped at just 2 Boombots. You can summon potentially 6 Boombots. 6 Boombots? You kidding me? This thing's gonna be a wrecking ball. Original Dr. Boom was a wrecking ball. This guy's gonna be an atomic bomb. Jesus. If you just shuffle 1 bomb into their deck, it's the original Dr. Boom. If you shuffle 2 bombs, you're getting 4 Boombots. If you shuffle 3, you're getting 6 Boombots, which is the max, since you can't summon more than 7 minions at a time. Now, best case, you shuffle 3 bombs into their deck, you play this, you're getting 13 worth of stats, with Death Rattle deals 6 to 24 damage to random enemies. Oh my goodness. 13 worth of stats and 24 damage? This was really good. Probably the best card they've shown so far. And the opponent will also have the impending doom of the bombs that are planted in their deck. So not only are you getting probably 10 damage out of this card if you want to be conservative, they've also got the 15 damage that's tucked into their deck, which they might draw at any point, just die. So I really like the flavor. They've got the impending Boom's Doom. They've got the Boom Bots to worry about. The Doctor will see you now. Oh my goodness. Very excited to play with this card. Boommaster Flark is off in the corner crying also, after seeing this card. And in Arena this should be fine, because the 7 mana 7/7 War Golem isn't awful. Generally not considered a terrible pick, and if you can draft any other bomb cards, you'll be very, very, very happy. I think it's great in Arena too. Best card of the set? Okay, on to Boom's Scheme. Does this somehow synergize with Dr. Boom and he's putting bombs in the deck? Well, no. It's much worse than that, actually. Last video I said Refarm Scheme was the worst scheme. I now stand corrected again. Dr. Boom Scheme is now by far the worst scheme, and possibly the worst card of the set. So we go from Dr. Boom, best card in the set, to Dr. Boom Scheme, maybe the worst card in the set. 4 mana, gain 1 armor is so overcosted it's not funny. It's just you have the added bonus that this could potentially give you 30 armor, but you also have to hold this card in your hand for 30 turns, which is a big ask. It's actually a really big ask. So you're never gonna play this if aggro is popular in the meta. You top deck this on turn 4 against aggro. You're not playing it. You're not holding it. It's a dead card. So it just sucks against aggro. The only way this is going to be good is in the super late game. Now, if you consider Ironhide was a 1 mana, gain 5 armor, for this to break even at 4 mana, you're going to need to at least get around like 15, 20, 25 armor, I think, for this to be good. So you have to hold this card for 15, 20, 25 turns. So how realistic is that? I think if you make it to turn 20 and you're not already dead and you're the warrior, you probably won the game anyway. But I don't see why this card exists. I don't see what the point of this card is. Someone please help. Dr. Boom's Scheme makes no sense at all. Flavor-wise, I don't understand this. Dr. Boom's blowing up a safe with all this dynamite and bombs. So he needs armor to not get hurt in the explosion? Can't he just run away? I'm so confused by this card. There's a conspiracy theory going around that it was changed last minute because it was too strong. Like, shuffle a bomb into your deck, it deals 1 damage, upgrade each turn maybe. See, that makes much more sense to me with the card art and the cost. But this is just, I don't I can't see this ever seeing play, even in combination with armor synergy cards like Shield Slam or Reckless Flurry, since you'll always just play a better armor gain card like Shield Block or Dry Whisker Armorer in Wild. I don't see this ever seeing play, even with synergy cards. This is terrible in Arena, where HP doesn't really matter and you're more concerned about the board and having board control. This card is just basically trash. This is a -10 card, -50 card, don't pick it. Do not draft this card. Now on a side note, personally I'm not too worried about Warrior getting probably the worst card in the set, because Warrior's also getting the best card in the set. So there are people on Reddit decrying this as the worst crime against humanity, and they've cancelled their pre-orders, but I'm not too worried since Blastmaster Boom is a card, so I'm not too worried about this card not seeing play. And on that lackluster note, thank you very much for watching. That's all the cards. More cards are being released as we speak right now, so I believe there's going to be about 5 new cards tomorrow. So I'll post a video of me reviewing those 5 new cards tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Goodbye. Now I hold this for about 20 seconds, because that's how long the YouTube thing lasts for. Oh god, I'm dropping frames.